Yo, if I saw that, I would scream like that girl did in the Kidz Bop Mariah Carey song. I'd be like,
Oh no!
What the fuck is that?
Kidz Bop straight murdering little girls on their albums, dude.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest. I got Doughy, Pucho, and Mateo in the building, boys. What's up on this beautiful fucking Sunday, man? How was y'all weekend? How was your day? Y'all moving? Y'all living? Y'all breathing? Doughy, what's been going on, man? Tell me what's been going the fuck on, bro.
Nothing much. It's nice weather over here. All the good news first. The New York's opening back up after, I think it's after May 31st.
Oh damn!
What's
fully open or
fully open, fully nude, fully in the
nude?
It's gonna be a slutty summer.
Oh,
I mean, I'm waiting for it. It's gonna be a real slutty summer over here. I'm ready to.
Tom Hanks' son was wrong. It's not going to be a white boy summer.
Tom Hanks' son is always wrong. No matter what he says, he's just wrong. All right, that guy is like.
Chet Hanks is the worst, man.
He called out the white boy summer months before summer.
Yeah.
It was like fucking March, yo. It's about to be a white boy. What the fuck?
It would have been the only way that could have been worse if he did it in his patois voice.
He speaks patois?
Yes.
Did we talk about this last time?
I might have forgot because that shit was just dumb.
What's dumb? Isn't his family from there?
He's saying it's going to be a white
his
boy
mom's
summer.
from one of those islands.
You're putting me on. I didn't know that.
That's what I thought. I could be wrong.
We just making up information on the one. That's what we do.
We don't care
not look like
here. We just say shit. No,
I think people look at white people and think that they just need to be fucking plain white sliced country bread, and if they have any other flavor to them, that they're just putting it on for the clout. And I think that's fucked up because there's people from different places. One of the first shocking videos I saw that kind of put me on this, there's this white guy with the thickest Jamaican accent I've ever heard in my entire life. And I was like, I never really considered that there might be some white people that were raised in like Jamaica or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, they are. I actually have met one when I was actually down there in Florida at a billiards place. There was a dude that spoke perfect patois, and he says, I'm actually from Jamaica. I was raised over there.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, it was pretty.
Isn't Eddie Jamaican?
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Eddie and his sister Ursula.
Yeah. That's dope.
From Tekken, like the capoeira dude.
Nah, that's Eddie Gordo that you're thinking about. That's a very different Eddie.
So this other Eddie doesn't do capoeira.
No. That Eddie wears a do-rag though for a long time.
Yeah,
that was our friend.
His nickname back in the day was actually Do-Rag Eddie.
Do-Rag Eddie. I remember the first time I met Eddie. Me and Eddie worked at South Park Elementary over the summer. We both were summer camp counselors when we were maybe 14, 15 years old. One of the best summers of my entire life. It was just fun.
That's crazy.
It was just working a job with a bunch of 15-year-old kids. Hormones were running wild. Everybody was, hanging out with everybody the whole summer, and it was just a blast. And then it was just hanging out with everybody. I worked with Eddie worked there. Jamal Paul worked there.
No way.
Oh yeah, DJ Hayes,
my
right?
dog,
Yeah.
Jamal Paul. Willie Mason.
Nice.
Leticia worked there. And there was a lot of other people, dude. Like I can't. My mind's like drawing blanks right now. But it was just a bunch of people. We went to some of us went to that school back in the day too. A lot of those same people. And so it was just fun as shit running around those halls. But now as like paid employees, but really all we were doing was eating the snacks. and just like hanging out, whenever nobody was paying attention to us and shit. So
yeah, that's fucking.
This like a high school job y'all had?
Yeah. This is a summer job.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what those jobs are for, man. Like those kind of jobs are just for like messing around and like eating free food and just getting paid to be a teenage dirtbag a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was jealous of Eddie though, because his job was to hang out in the game room, which means he got to play GameCube, N64. We had this basketball hoop that he would just shoot hoops we would shoot hoops all day. And that was like a summer challenge. It was like, who the fuck's gonna score the most hoops? That game was crazy. It's like if you scored enough points, it would keep giving you more time to score more points. Anyways, I met Eddie there, and he was wearing a do-rag to work. So I just want to emphasize the do-rag Eddie moniker was strong. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. But what about you, Pooch? So how was your weekend or week, or like what's been going on with you now that Doughboy is ready for the nude thing going on in New York?
Doughy's ready for his white boy summer. I mean, so from what's been going on with me, not much, other than I got my second COVID vaccine shot on Friday, which I was hoping went more like my first shot, which I had 0 symptoms the first shot. Mm-hmm. Second shot, it kind of put me down for 24 hours. Like, I had a little nausea at night. I woke up in the middle of the night with a fever. Like after literally like Friday, I got my shot Friday night. I went to sleep, woke up around 3 a.m. with a fever. I had the run. I was taking some shits, some major fucking shits. Okay, not happy. I woke up at 3, 5, and 7, dropping major deuces. And then I was just so fatigued, and I had a massive headache. And then basically by like Saturday night, I was fine. But man, I woke up because I had to take a shit, and then I realized I had a fever, and that's crazy. I will say though, I'm not exactly sure if the COVID-19 vaccine gave me the shits. It might have been the pad thai I had yesterday on Friday.
I was gonna ask, is it possible you gave yourself food poisoning or something at the same time?
No, dude. This Thai restaurant has some hot ass food. Like, yo, and the lady, she saved me, because last time I remember I ate there once and I thought it was not that hot. Then I ate there again and I remember thinking it was too hot. In my mind, I went mild, not hot, and I jumped to hot, too hot, and then I went down to medium. So then today I was like, all right, the medium I could probably handle. So then I asked her, I was like, hey, could I get somewhere between medium and hot? And she was like, medium. I was like, all right, fuck it, we'll do the medium. And it was fucking hot. I was wrong before. I must have got medium the last time. I didn't jump to hot. And the way that, it was fucking burning. Like as soon as it was touching my lips, it was hurting. It tasted good.
Terrible.
It burned so fucking good. And this place has levels to this hot sauce, because there's no hot sauce. There's mild. Then there's medium. Medium was burning me. There's hot, which I was flirting with getting. It would have been a major mistake. And then there's Thai hot. There's a heat that only the Thais could withstand, according to their metric, okay? There's mild, medium, hot, and then Thai hot. So I could only imagine the fucking destruction that it would do on my anus. Or my anus.
It could be so good though. Maybe that's what you need. Just like it's like a cleanse. Just emptying yourself.
That's not a good cleanse. No way in hell. You burning asshole.
Yeah, the burning ring of fire, dude.
Die until you get that red sore spot, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Well, since Pucho has exited the room, Mateo, how was your weekend?
Not bad, dude. I've got nothing exciting really going on.
Doesn't matter how was your week. No, I'm beasting. I'm bringing the rock back to you.
But I did finish, caught up on The Boys finally.
Nice.
And that show is fantastic. But I will tell you, I did a full-on superhero night. The other show I watched when I finished The Boys. Invincible, dude. That last episode.
Yo, I cried. I wept. I wept like a child.
I'm gonna say
I wept.
I'm gonna say Pucho lied to us. Because you remember last episode where Pucho was like, and now you guys finally know the power of Viltrumite Punch. And no, man, we didn't know the power of Viltrumite Punch until this episode.
Yeah.
He destroyed half a city with one punch.
Nigga, bow, just straight through building. And then the whole train thing, just holding them through.
That was brutal.
Spoiler alert for all people who haven't watched Invincible. It's a great show on Amazon. It's a cartoon show of like a superhero thing. Like, it's a great show. Just go out and give it a try. You might like it.
Dude, that subway thing, that might be one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen in a TV show.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's just so bloody, bro. It's like it's not an average cartoon thing. Like it's just.
I don't even know if that's a cartoon thing. I haven't even seen movies that done some of this shit. Like I haven't seen a superhero movie or even like an action movie that has been like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
come on.
I think it just speaks to the power of animation. There are people that think animation is superior to film, right? And I don't feel that way, but I do acknowledge that things are possible in animation. You could get away with some things. Like imagine that scene done in like a show like The Boys or something like that. There'd be so much CGI to pull that off that it would not probably look that great. Yeah. And then the budget would be insane. Like there's so many limitations that doing an animation for is just a easier solution to that. So like the fact that we have an animated show that's mature, that's able to do this type of stuff, it's kind of cool to see like the medium explored in a way that is uncommon.
The show's animation and illustration is very not it's like not a regular. I haven't seen. They mix a lot of 3D elements with 2D elements.
Yeah, there was one scene where like I think it was when Invincible got thrown into the street. It looked almost like that show on Toonami. Remember Reboot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There were people running away, and I was like, ew. I didn't like how that looked. And it only lasted for like 4 seconds. I'm like, why did they do that? Like, and I found that the flight animation could be a little weird. Like at times it almost looks like they're not moving. Like if they're held up by a string.
It looks like Twisted Metal 2. If you've ever seen like any of the old endings to Twisted Metal, it kind of has like that vibe to it.
I think the flying thing might be intentional because like, when he's teaching him his powers, right? Like he tells him like it's not so much that they're able to fly, it's just that they are freely they can move unrestricted in 3D space or something, right?
Right.
So it's not like they're not technically like flying, it's more like they're levitating or something. If there's some kind of distinction, right? Like it's not like a momentum based thing to fly.
Right.
It's crazy though, because I don't know if you guys ever, when you on Amazon, when you look at the comments, there's a couple people in there that are hating the shit out of the show.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like they said if I could give it a 0 out of 5, I would if there was an option. Because I think it's a lot of people hate it to like they're like to the fourth wave feminists and the imperialistic white oppressor. To our hero being loved for being a simply true, ruined a great show. I do not recommend it. I suggest reading the original comics before it was tainted by this animated series. Some. Could
you reread that? What are they complaining about?
This show was fantastic, and then episode 3 happened. Everything from the Ta-Nehisi Coates to the fourth wave feminists, imperialistic white oppressors, to our heroes being loved for being simply truly ruined a great show. Not recommended. Suggested reading the original comics, and then somebody else.
I suggest that he goes and takes like a fucking language arts class because it sounds like he can't write a sentence to save his fucking life.
Like, y'all should read it.
Can we do an entire podcast where we just have Tony read things to us?
Yeah, maybe it's Tony fucking this.
No, it's not. Like, I'm literally reading this shit as it's going. It's giving me a headache right now, like reading it. But yeah, they're complaining that it just ruined it by agenda-based themes.
I really hate those type of people. I'm just gonna be a little frank here. Like, yo, get over yourself, bro. Like, get over yourself. Any show can take it any direction. Nobody fucking says nothing when there's an all-male cast that you love. There's shows that those type of people loves, and you have those shows. Go fucking watch The Sopranos if you want to see an all-white cast.
He put in quotes, woke show.
I'm fucking tired of that shit, bro. Like, okay, just because it's like hip hop purists. Jay-Z. I don't listen to the new music. I'm like, okay, you want to go live in fucking 1990? Go do it. Go be who you want to be. Just don't be mad when we enjoy something and when we have representation and when we see. I love that show. I love all the representation. I'm guessing they're talking about his best friend being gay. I'm guessing like they're trying to like throw that in there. His best friend's gay, and like I don't know.
I think the main changes in regard to representation is his girlfriend is white in the comics.
Okay.
So and she's like I don't know what she is, but she got dark skin. And who else? Rex looks like Hispanic now. Like he's got dark skin. And again, he was just a white dude in the old comics. Besides that, off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't think. Oh, and I guess his mom looks more Asian because the voice actress is Asian. I think they made an effort to make her look Asian.
And Mark is the voice actor for Mark is Asian, which fantastic voice actor.
Yeah, it's a dude from The Walking Dead.
Yes,
my boy Glenn.
Yeah.
Dude, J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man. Bro, this guy is incredible, bro. His voice, everything, his demeanor, the last scene when he's crying to his, and dude, that shit got me really emotional.
Bro, that's because like he's fighting everything he knows. Everything that he was raised and bred for, he's fighting against it because that's his blood. Like as much as he like saying that you or me, like you're gonna live this way, like he's fighting him. So that's why he took off. You know what I mean? So my thought, right, in this, and this is probably going deeper into the show, is that Beltramite's gonna come to be like, okay, where's Omni-Man? Like, where is he at? He's here? No? They're gonna see this kid and be like, oh, whatever, my father left. Y'all not taking this world. And then it's gonna be a battle, right? But then his dad comes back and just destroys his whole entire race. I think that's
the human race.
No, his own race. Yeah, his own race. Like he's gonna fight to protect his son. That's his blood. Like he don't give a fuck about anybody else, obviously. But
I'll say there's elements of that in what's to come.
I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna send a forward team and they're gonna arrive in this like round capsule, and it's gonna be like this really tall buff dude, and then like this shorter dude is like really strong. He's got like spiky hair. And I think there's probably going to be about 25 episodes of them just talking before they even throw a single punch.
All right. Yo. To the DBZ fans out there.
Cabbage and vegetables? Is that okay?
And Chaozu is still going to die because Chaozu always just dies.
Poor guy gets fucking exploded.
He's useless, dude.
Sorry, I have a lot of things on my brain. Invincible is my favorite comic book series of all time. So again, I've said this a few times. Seeing an animated series of this is like a fucking literal dream come true. I fucking love it. And they've changed a lot. Both the pacing of the show, they've both stretched out this first like story arc because it only takes place over like 12 issues or even less than that, maybe like 8 issues. Which if you sat down, it'll be like a half hour of reading. Like an hour of reading, you'll blow through all of this. But they pulled in other things and other elements, and just because like now we know where the whole comic is going, you could pull things in to like elongate like certain storylines and stuff. I think that's super cool. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is the changes that they are making. It's just really good. Like in the original, when like Omni-Man goes and kills the Guardians of the Globe, he just obliterates them. Like he catches them off guard. He just like decapitates and punch holes in them. It's like 2 panels. Like you just flip 2 pages and the fight is done. There is no fight. He just kills them. And in this, when he goes to land the first punch, the guy dodges it, and you go, "Oh shit, this is a different scene." Like it's like that dodge was like them subverting like expectations from people who've read it. And again, the previous episode and the last episode are vastly different from how things played out.
When they brought the hammer down, that
with the
scene,
space laser.
That was
fucking
just
nuts.
The animation of that whole area blowing up. I was like, this is fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was super fucking cool. I'm just really enjoying the changes a lot. Like fucking, the fight was very different. The tone was somewhat similar, but it was far more emotional. And I ain't gonna lie, man. When Omni-Man asks Invincible, he's like, in 500, 1,000 years, what are you gonna have? And he's like, I'll still have you. That shit hurt me. I was like, damn.
Y'all, I shed a tear.
That's what triggered him. He was like, I'll still have you, Dad. He was like, motherfucker, that is my
man. What fucked up lines in that last episode though? Like, well, you know, son, to me, your mom is more like a pet.
A pet, bro. I was like, yo, that shit is.
And I think to Tony's point, they solidify the conflict that's happening within Omni-Man.
Yep.
Like when he flies away, once he gets to outer space, it's so subtle, but there's like a drop of like water that's like floating, and it's because he's crying too. It's like there's like a little tear that floats in outer space.
It's also
so they're trying to emphasize like even he didn't want to cry in front of his son, and he had to just fucking leave planet Earth in order to feel feelings, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy too, because when they do that flashback to his, like, I guess, baseball game, like he didn't seem into it. But then when he saw that focus that his son did on his third swing, that's when he was like, "Oh shit!" It's like a "that's my boy" moment. And I guess that's when he was like, "Oh, this is him getting his powers. Like he is me now." Like, you know what I mean? And that right there is what really fucking what got him hype. And then he remember it now. And then his son exposing his weakness to him. Like, you're beating the shit out of me. You want to kill everybody here, but I still called you dad, and I said I'll still have you left no matter what. At the end of the day, that shit right there, I can see that mentally fucking him hard.
Now Pucho, like how close to the Saiyan, the Saiyan similarities run in the two shows? Because that dude Mark, he gets the shit kicked out of him like every other episode. He's in a hospital bed. Is he getting stronger every time that he gets the shit kicked out of him?
Yeah. Like the Viltrum blood has some shit just like the Saiyans, where like coming close to death is just more like, it's like Spartan shit, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger type of shit. It's like, it's just literally what's happening. It's like he's getting more invulnerable, and he's getting stronger, all that type of shit.
That's where the show would, like, you would be like, he's getting more, and then the graphic would come in, invincible.
Yeah, I love that shit. I fucking love that shit, bro. That's what makes me. I actually want to buy the comics. You know what I mean?
They're fucking good.
I want to buy
and they're
them.
cheap.
They're
not that expensive. Yeah, you've read some in my house. You just don't remember.
I've read Invincible in your house.
Do you think they're still cheap, or is this show going to kick off like everyone buying the comics?
They've already mass produced this to hell already, so they're cheap. Especially Image Comics like to do this thing, these compendiums. Like, you could buy 3 volumes of The Walking Dead and you got the whole series. They sell like these fucking Bible thick books that they pack 48 issues into one book, and they're like $40-$50 a pop, which is expensive, but you're talking like $1 a comic, right? So it's pretty cheap. Invincible, same thing. I think they have 3 compendiums.
Only 3?
So, no. It's like 140 issues. I'm saying that they sell these Bible thick books. Like, they're fat. I don't like them because they're a little too heavy, like too big to handle. But they're really cool if you want to blow through a series. It's like you spend $120 and you literally get the entire series.
Those things are dense too. They have the heft of like a phone book.
So, you just have you just have the skinny ones of each, like.
No, I have.
Because I'm curious, because if I want to buy it, like, I want to know, like, I want to get the complete thing so I can just read it over time. And y'all know me, I'm not the biggest reader here. Like, you and Pucho or maybe even Doughboy more than me. Like, I'm not the biggest reader, but like shit like that, like, I'll read comments like I'm interested in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was being careful about which one I grabbed because I didn't want to spoil you guys. So it's like pretty thick.
And that
like,
has
this is just. I think this has 8 or 9, 10 issues. Something something to that effect.
All right, so the comics that I let you borrow, Pucho, is that just one issue? It's like one part of the story?
The comics that you let me borrow, those are just one issue.
So
the ones that come in that plastic bag, they're one issue.
So that has how many?
This is like 10. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know if it says it somewhere.
That's beast.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I would be very interested in picking up the full run of Invincible.
Although it's 7.
Although at the same time, I don't want to ruin the show for me. Like I'd want to like be. It's kind of I went through this with One Punch Man. Because like I read ahead of like where they were at in like the show, and I don't know, like it was so cool to see it like actually come to life, right? Like to see it animated and fully fleshed out. But I also like the aspect of just being surprised by what the show you're watching.
I've seen One Punch Man, and I think I only seen the first season. There's no other seasons out.
There's 2.
I think there's 2.
Oh, where is it released at? Because I thought it wasn't. Where did I watch that shit? Was it on Netflix?
Anime is fucked because like they release some shit and then they release subsequent stuff only on Crunchyroll or only on whatever the fuck streaming service, like Funimation. I don't know. It's all fucked. Yeah, I have a bad habit of once I get into a series, I immediately am like, I want to consume everything about this. So like, like I'm trying to think of an example of this. Like I remember I started the Dark Tower books, right? I had read the first 2 books and I enjoyed them, but I was like, all right, I got the rest of my life to read this. Let me just start reading other things. As soon as I saw they were making a Dark Tower movie, I was like, all right, I need to finish all these books so that when I watch the movie, I could know what, I don't know. I just like that extra element of enjoying things. Or like when I watched the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones, and literally in between the 3rd season and the 4th season, I had read like the entire book series. And then for that series in particular, it kind of ruined the show for me because in some respects, it was really cool to theorize where things would go and all this stuff. But the show just kept making all the wrong fucking decisions after season 4. So it was just miserable for me. I'm like, both the books aren't coming out, so I don't get to finish it. And then the fucking series is making all the wrong choices. So I fucking hate everything.
Damn.
What do you think is probably like the best adaptation you've ever seen, Pooch?
The best adaptation, like
TV show, like Invincible, like comic, anything. Like,
sorry, the first one that jumped out to me that I really like Fight Club. Like I have the Fight Club book, and the movie's better than the book in my opinion. So I think whatever they did to adapt that, they did a good job, and it's pretty close. They only cut out like a couple scenes out of the book and they added a couple other scenes, and I don't know, I think the little changes they made make it better. I don't know, and there's other stuff. Anime is not like a fair comparison because it's so close. It's usually aside from filler, it's so close to the source material.
They can basically just take like that exact like scene and just colorize it and add in the animation between.
I mean, I think the answer has to be like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, for sure.
I was gonna say that first season, the first 2 seasons or so of Game of Thrones, like it blew everyone's mind. It was crazy. I
mean, even like, I guess it depends how you measure best adaptation, because like Game of Thrones, the show, is bigger than any other show that has ever existed. Like nobody's ever done what they did in a TV show. So even if the adaptation wasn't the best in terms of like translating the books to a TV show, they definitely took a book series and turned it into the biggest TV show ever. Like that, and that is commendable, right? Is it my favorite? Nah, it was for a while, man. Those first 3-4 seasons were just gold. And yeah, I don't know. It bummed me out.
Yeah, man, what a wasted opportunity with that show. I don't know. Honestly, like the ending made sense to me. The ending definitely made sense. I thought the casting was phenomenal. Now, granted, I only ever read, I think, like the first and second book of Game of Thrones. I'd never like got too far into it because people might come after me for this. I don't like George R.R. Martin's writing very much.
Oh shit! People are definitely gonna come at you.
It's hard.
I think it's dense. I think he's very, very dense in like his descriptions of things, and he gets. I don't know, man. I swear to God, there's like a bit where he's like describing like the throne room, and he spends like 2 pages like just describing every aspect of the throne room, and like just it's crazy. He gets real wordy and dense and description heavy.
The thing that everybody memes about is how descriptive he gets of like food. Like these people are having feasts like often, and every time there's a feast, he feels the need to describe like all 17 courses and every single thing that's in each of the courses, and then the textures of all the food, and then how the characters enjoyed that food. And it's like, God damn, like what is this adding right now? Like I'm not saying like we should just move on, but maybe we shouldn't spend so much time here. Like, oh, anyways, how are you doing, Tony?
Well, Pucho, thank you for asking.
Did we just set a record for our new longest intro?
and it's you. I haven't even. It's not even my turn yet, so this is about to be really short. Then you know what I mean. But my weekend and week was good. Emily did a prep your bag hospital shit. Like where that woman grabs all her stuff that she needs for the hospital. I still haven't done it. I think the only thing that I packed, I will show you.
You were bitching about this bag too. Oh, I need it to be in my color.
This is the only thing I packed. A Nintendo Switch box. It's for the hospital. This is the only essential thing. Like, it's a Velcro box. It has like, that's the only thing I bought for the Switch. Other than that, I'm gonna just.
He's gonna put your PS Vita in there too.
I gave my PS Vita to Nige. I don't even have that no more. The only thing I have is the old Sega Game Boy with the like 8 batteries.
Yeah. No one needs a PS Vita anymore. Here's some advice from the One Up podcast. Take your PS Vita, throw that thing straight in the trash.
No, we love the Vita, Mateo.
That's foul.
Is it foul though? Is it foul?
Take all these things so personally offensive.
Shit is a fucking the worst. Like,
yo, if I saw that, I would scream like that girl did in the Kidz Bop Mariah Carey song. I'd be like,
oh no.
What the fuck is that?
Kidz Bop straight murdering little girls on their albums, dude.
But yeah, man, I got to pack. I definitely do got to pack. This shit is just. It's just something I guess I'm just gonna do. The fuck that yeah, you guys are distracting me with that stupid ass
it's
shit.
The Kidz Bop lady.
That's just disgusting, bro.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kidz Bop.
Guys are ridiculous. But no, yeah, fucking I gotta pack. I'm avoiding packing. I don't think I need much, but sweats, boxers, socks, toothbrush, deodorant, and my Switch. I don't really think I need much at all. And she gave me like a big
fat cigar and some JMO.
That'd be nice, right? And then I got like a first day outfit that she wants me to wear, like so we can all match with the baby and take photos and shit.
Oh, that's pretty damn cute.
So I got
a first day fit.
Yeah, for the baby, I guess. I that's what I'm calling it. She has a different name for it, but it's like a shirt that she wants to take pictures.
First day leaving the hospital.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because you might be there for like 2 days. Emily's not even going to wear clothes for the first couple of days.
Yeah, she's got this.
She's going to be in her bata. She needs she's going to be using the bathroom, stuff like that. She needs to be able to breastfeed at a moment's notice. Like women are, women that stay at home and breastfeed and things like they're practically naked for a number of weeks just because it's the most convenient and comfortable. After giving birth.
You should see the bag that she packed. I'm thinking we're going on a vacation to your house for the weekend type bag that she packed. I was just like, she's like, yeah, I thought you would have some room up top to put things. I'm like, girl, I can't even put a jean pants in there if I wanted to. There ain't no room in this bag. I need my own book bag.
Couldn't even pants. All right, let me give you a heads up, Tony. Bring some basketball shorts to make sleeping in the hospital.
It was an example. I wasn't bringing jean pants to the fucking hospital.
Jean pants.
Jean pants.
The general text.
So remember when I told you that Tony says things that makes me think like in some point in time he's gonna become a serial killer. Jean Pants is an example of that.
Jean Pants.
This is why.
Jean Pants.
Let's just stop asking me how I'm doing, because if you guys just want to shit on me all day long, that's cool.
I'm excited for the baby. All right, I want to talk about how to prepare you for this.
But not yet. I think being the most comfortable, jean shorts, shirt, slides, chilling type shit. That's all I want to do. But yeah. No, but also, I do need your guys' help though. I need game recommendation for the Switch when I'm in the hospital. I got Mario Kart, Super Mario Odyssey, if I said that right. And then I have Fortnite, but fuck a Fortnite. I ain't playing that. So I just need like another game that's really good story based, but not whack. And Pucho, you know.
Do you like Pokemon?
I do. I still have the original Game Boy Color, the purple one with the gold Pokemon cartridge.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, they got 2 Pokemon games on the Switch that are like the regular
I've heard
RPGs.
the new one is good.
And then they just came out with the Pokemon Snap, if you like that.
The fuck's the Pokemon Snap?
Where you're a guy taking pictures of Pokemon?
Yeah, you break the Pokemon in half, like Bane did to Batman.
Like Macho Man Randy Savage did to his fucking snap into a Sim Gym.
The fuck? Why do you remember that shit, Pooch? Just like the second time you brought that shit up, bro.
Dude, everyone remembers that. Macho Man was all over the place in the 90s.
Have you guys ate a Slim Jim? I've never.
I only wanted to have a Slim Jim because of Macho Man.
I've never.
And in fact, those commercials are so fucked. He would like bend them and they would like spark almost like an electricity. I didn't even know what a Slim Jim was for years until like I was like 11 years old. I realized, oh, it's beef jerky. But like before then, I had no idea what Macho Man was encouraging me to purchase. So yeah,
Slim Jims give me immediate heartburn. They are a food item that I can just like take one bite of and I have heartburn immediately.
And the casing is so tough. Mm-hmm. You could chew that thing for hours.
It's the worst beef jerky. The absolute worst beef jerky.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. But you know what does it for me, Mateo? Since we're talking about shit that just instantly fucks you? Twizzlers. The moment you open a Twizzler bag, I have a migraine so heavy right here in my head that I want to punch you for opening a bag of Twizzlers, bro.
Yo, Twizzlers taste like the plastic that they're wrapped in.
You ate that plastic, good boy?
No, it just tastes like a plastic. It tastes like you're eating plastic.
How do you know what plastic tastes like?
I never understood the appeal of Twizzlers or those. You guys remember those little the soda bottle like wax things that had like the little like the syrup or whatever inside them? Do you guys not remember that? I never understood who the fuck actually like bought that particular candy, like or like the wax lips, like that was a thing. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I remember wax lips. Yeah,
there's some terrible candies that we like.
What type of brand shit were you eating?
You want to talk about like signs that someone might be a serial killer? Like those being your favorite candy as a kid might be a sign.
I hated those killer. Like bags of sugar. Mm-hmm. Like, how about people would take the fucking the fun
dips, yeah, with the white chalk shit. You just
and then they'd fucking scrape in there.
That was the beginning.
They're sucking sugar off of sugar.
That was the beginning of Coke. Like people were being addicted to Coke. Yeah, they just be like, "Yo, I got this little dime bag or 8-ball." Just instead of the nose at your mouth, you know.
I thought it was the Pixie Sticks, man. Yeah, I thought the Pixie Sticks, you just popped them up and just took a little like, let's sniffer.
I've seen someone do that shit. Someone be like, "Yo, I bet you I won't." I was like, "You won't." Nigga said, and this man was done for the day. They had to flush his nose out and everything. Fucking idiot, bro.
Man, I want to say one of the grossest things that I've ever seen in like video, like television or film or whatever, is probably Steve-O from Jackass doing that wasabi like snooter, and that it was Jackass 1 or something.
He snorted wasabi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and this is like in Japan too, so it's like actual real wasabi and not just like the horseradish. Whatever
I love the Jackass shit. I love the.
You don't remember when the guy's in the backyard, he pisses into a snow cone and eats it? I was like, that's fucking disgusting.
I think, Jackass was so great, bro. For the time, it was like, it was great. That's something I always wanted to do, like just a prank shit and then just move on from it. But the problem with Jackass is that they had to escalate to the next level every time. Like they broke a new wave or a new wall every time. Like the whole, they did that like the 9/11 spook. Where like it was in their last movie where one of their friends, they're doing a prank, but they're pranking the pranker. So he dresses as a, I guess, with the whole.
He's got brown face on. He's got a super racist costume that he's doing.
He looks like a Taliban or whatever. And then he was like, "Oh, here's some real, like, authentic hair that they're gonna glue on you, but it's everyone's pubes. So everyone shaved their pubes to to make a beard.
One of them had crabs or something too.
Crabs. So they put it all on his, and as they're doing it, like, oh, it's got in my mouth. This is really real. And they're like, yeah. So they patch them all up and whatever. And they say, yo, we're going to order a taxi. And when the taxi guy comes, you're just going to act like, oh, take me to the airport. Boom, blow, boom, right? Blowing up, boom shit, right? Meanwhile, the taxi driver's in on a joke and they're going to prank him.
Yeah, the taxi driver is Jay Chandrasekhar or whatever from Super Troopers.
Yeah. So, bro, when they picked him up, and he started saying that, he said, what? The taxi driver freaks out. Oh, get out of the fucking car. Get in the trunk. He gets him in the trunk and he starts shooting. They get like bricks or something to make a gunshot sound. And the guy's in the fucking trunk freaking the fuck out. And they're just doing 360s in a fucking empty parking lot or whatever. And then like they crack the thing open and he's like peeking through the trunk, and then he just jumps out, bow, starts screaming. Everybody's running after him, chasing him. He's like, bro, my fucking heart is racing. I thought I was gonna die. I tell him it's a fucking joke. This, that, and the third. And then he'd be like, yo, and on top of that, that's all of our pubes. Look. And they show like all their patches of their growing and shit. Bro, that shit was fucking funny. Shout out to Jackass, man. That definitely, if you was down, not feeling in a depressed state, watching someone else destroy their life on TV was hilarious.
I gotta say,
I have a question though.
Yeah,
I don't know if you misspoke. What do you mean when you said someone looked like a Taliban?
Like he was trying to dress up as a Taliban, like a terrorist,
like a Muslim,
no,
or
like a terrorist, like a terrorist. Maybe I misspoke.
I guess I don't know what that looks like.
It's like they just put like a turban on them, and then they like a beard like mines or some shit, and then I don't know. I forgot what else he had on. Like to be honest,
they definitely like spray tanned him or something.
Yeah,
like
they spray tanned the shit out of him.
White dude that they like brown faced.
Yeah,
and then he was wearing like I don't know like robes I guess, and I think he had on like a fake
vest, a bomb vest,
like a
right?
fake bomb vest.
Yeah, it right now, if they were to do that right now, that shit would probably be a red flag 100%. But back in the day, it wasn't how it is now.
Really unfortunate what the American like propaganda did for us and like people from Afghanistan. There's sheiks that aren't even involved in any of that stuff that they get pointed out for because they wear a turban. You know what I mean? And
yeah. You been involved in any of what stuff?
I mean, there's just they're from different places of that area. Turbans like are worn like I'm wearing this hat. You know what I mean? They just wear turbans and stuff like that, and it's just I feel like it gave that whole area a bad rep that a lot of people didn't even deserve.
Yeah,
it's what we do best though, man. I mean, like Donald Trump got on TV all last year and kept referring to it as the China virus, and now we have a wave of violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. Like, you
guys don't feel like when the TV hyper focuses on these events too, that it just starts to happen even more, or is it just being now it's being brought to light, so now more cases are coming up? Because I feel like definitely there's like a I don't know.
It's definitely a magnifying glass on situations. Definitely.
I think that the 24-hour news cycle in America is one of the worst things that has ever happened. I think that this like idea that like the news channel has to be on 24 hours a day, and there's always like they have to, obviously if you're running 24 hours and it's not like there's big events happening, you're just running the same stories over and over and over. You're just, like you said, you're hyper focusing. You're putting a magnifying glass on what shouldn't be that big a thing. But I think that the 24-hour news cycle has definitely led to like a lot of the divisions we have between left and right, and it feeling so distant in this country.
Absolutely.
Also like fuck Fox News, man. Like
a big fuck you to Fox News.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson came out. Mind you, this guy's a piece of shit.
He's losing his damn mind too. Do you see that hyena laugh that he's been doing?
He came out the other day, I think just straight up telling people not to get a vaccine and to not wear a mask. And if they see people wearing masks, to shame them and tell them to get rid of their masks.
Take off your mask.
What I think is super fucked up.
Uncomfortable.
I'll punch that motherfucker.
You know what
in
Tucker
the face.
Carlson needs to do? He needs to calm down.
Calm down. What I think is super fucked up is all those guys are vaccinated. Like
they were 100%. Like they were some of the first people to get vaccinated, probably.
So yeah, it's a shame that there are some, group of Americans that watch these shows and they eat up all the shit that they're being told, because it's like, I don't know. These guys are hypocrites. This guy's telling you to go out there and not wear masks, don't get a vaccine, tell other people, like basically, like put yourself at risk to getting this virus. And he's not taking that risk. Like he's vaccinated. He's not wearing masks, but he's probably being careful about where he's doing this. So he wants to have the perception of a person not wearing a mask without really taking those risks. It's kind of fucked up.
There's one big news anchor that recently, like maybe a year ago or 6 months ago, left Fox and he went to like MSNBC or CBS, one of those. And they actually did a interview with him, and he kind of was like explaining how working there like started to make him feel like he was not a good person or something like that. He started to like really throw jabs at Fox. Although he like helped, he's happy that they brought him where it just wasn't the place for him anymore. And I believe that it's the whole Trump news cycle that for 4 years, bro, they really made a lot of money off of that bullshit. Like all that shit that Trump was giving them money every day. This guy came out and said some bullshit that they could fucking run for 24 hours.
Yep. The news is a little bit less exciting without Trump in office.
No,
now granted, I used to open up the news, like my routine was to like wake up and like have my coffee and like open up the news on my phone when Trump was in office and just like be like, ooh, let's not be at war with someone. Hopefully as the news isn't too crazy this morning as far as what this man has tweeted and said and done so far.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I wish you guys were around Twitter at the beginning of COVID before anybody knew what it was about. We had all that beef with North Korea and Iran, like back to back. Bro, Twitter was going crazy with the whole World War III draft, and the shit was probably one of the funniest times on Twitter.